This battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Now the kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man open. It's Chase. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll take this down to the 26.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
To the air again, Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hudson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it certainly had taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap. And the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
Herbert. That's caught right side by Palmer. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Eckler.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time he is in.
Yes. Austin Eckler
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7.
They can't beat us straight up.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And they go play action now. Burrow.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. This taken in right around the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnston. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 6. Here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To the air again, Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told him.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And as we all remember, these two were connecting back in their days at LSU when they were winning the national championship. But it wasn't just on game day. The amount of time they put in before practice, after practice, off days, that forged their connection, and it still continues here in the NFL.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Hubbard.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 9. It's Eckler again. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Herbert now. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Eckler again. And this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, You're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the second time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good return for the guy. You know where I'm
Fantasy.
going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play a fantasy game.
Stop it.
I enjoy watching
You're an
you do
analyst.
it.
You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
Herbert. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle with Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Chargers first down.
Now it's Herbert.
He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
So the completion good for just 3.
And that'll bring up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. This is a counter play. Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. His touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that makes it a 28-24 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yeah.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think.
And now off to the races down the right side. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 4. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had it going right away. 2 touchdown passes in the first quarter, 2 more in the second. 4 touchdown passes all told, and he's likely not done yet.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Herbert now on second down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 8. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. From 19 yards away. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Eckler now between the tackles. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals offense returns to the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back.
Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Mixon on the draw. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. This pass complete to Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as he's brought down at the 16. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have evened the ball game with a chance to take the lead here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Davis now to return it. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just float from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a...
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Donald Parham. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Bengals 42.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. The job 1 to pick up the 1st down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the 1st down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And with that pass CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now the Bengals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Burrow will throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to mix it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing, Burrow. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Finds Higgins for another catch.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. He's got it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Buying time. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but They're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.